Good day. This is our second presentation for the Balik Aral Review series on basic foods. Previously, we talked about fats and its functions. Today, we will remember poultry and egg cookery. This is a simplified version and hope you can learn from it. In order to learn, we will divide it to part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is about poultry fundamentals, while part 2 is about egg cookery. When we talk about chicken, it has varieties such as broilers, roasters, stewers, and capons. In the next question and answer or a game, you will be determining whether the chicken is a broiler, a roaster, a sewer, or in the capon stage. Also, when we talk about chicken, we can also talk about ducks and turkeys. They are graded strictly by age, significantly impacting fat content and cooking methods. In market forms, chicken or the like are sold as dressed and ready to cook. When we talk of dressed, it has feathers and blood removed, while ready to cook means it is fully removed or it is clean and fully eviscerated. For safety interventions, processing the chicken includes rapid chilling and chlorinated water washing to prevent salmonella contamination. Chicken must also be considered whenever you are cooking. Heating poultry thoroughly is essential to maximize flavor and prevent foodborne illness. Remember, chicken and salmonella, no, are one of the most common foodborne illness or food related illness. Internal temperature is the ultimate metric, and you can use a thermometer in order to know the temperature. Inserted in the thickest part of the breast or the thigh without touching the bone, it must reach a 74 degrees Celsius, which is a bit higher than the hot holding of 60 degrees Celsius. So the meat should be feel firm and juices must run clear. When cooking, we have terminologies that is being used. So, warmed over flavor, it means repeatedly cooking or reheating a food, that it makes the taste lasang papel. It produces undesirable off flavors, especially in turkey. While pink coloration does not mean that the chicken was undercooked. It is a reaction with carbon dioxide and nitric acid in gas-fired ovens, and it is safe to consume, but aesthetically it is not pleasing. But pink coloration is deemed accepted as a reaction of carbon dioxide and nitric acid. Number 3. When cooking a chicken, there can be bone darkening. Freezing and thawing releases hemoglobin from bone marrow, thus harmless visual change does not affect the taste. And the last effect is the green discoloration. It means there is a reaction of iron and sulfur at a high temperature. It is indicative of overcoagulation, and it can be prevented through temperature control. Green discoloration, when we talk about raw chicken, means it is in bad condition. Next, we have the science of eggs. As I remember, egg is one of the high biological value content of protein. Eggs are nature's perfect package. It is widely popular among sports enthusiasts, and the use of albumin constitutes 60% of the weight but albumin is primarily of protein, while the yolk is more on the fatty side that nourishes the embryo with, of course, the fat and the vitamin content. The chalazea, as we remember in the anatomy of the egg, anchors the yolk centrally. If the egg is not fresh, the chalazea is has poor holding power. No, while the germinal disc sits on the surface, egg protein is so digestible it serves as a biological reference standard. To detect that the egg is aging, we can check if there is a carbon dioxide loss, a thinning albumin, an air cell enlargement, and a weakening membrane, which, as I've said, Calazea anchors the eggs into the center. Carbonic acid rapidly converts to carbon dioxide and escapes through the porous shell over, significantly increasing the internal alkalinity. Thus, it contributes also to the air cell enlargement. So the more air inside, the more is not the egg is not fresh. There is also a thinning of albumin, no, or lasaw or lapsi, no. As the pH increases due to carbon dioxide loss, the thick albumin degrades, loses its viscosity, and spread out thinly when the egg is cracked. Thus, there is a weakening membrane. The vitelline membrane surrounding the yolk deteriorates, causing the yolk to flatten and eventually break upon cooking. You can pick an egg through the size, and you can pick it through the dietary impact. A hen's diet directly influences the yolk color. Natural additions like marigold petals enrich the golden hue. And it can be free range or native na manok or organic. While these specialty eggs reflect specialized farming practices and animal welfare, their core macronutrient profile remains relatively the same or identical to commercial forms. How do we assess eggs quality? Candling. When there is light, no, or lighted background, and scanned, no, reveals eternal defects, yolk mobility, and the exact size of the air cell, we can tell that if the size of the air cell is big, the yolk is very mobile, we can tell that the egg is deteriorating. Another another method in assessing egg quality is the sink or the swim. A simple test of buoyancy. Fresh eggs lie completely flat at the bottom. So if it is fresh, it is at the bottom, while deteriorated older eggs float, probably because of the higher air cell or the higher air inside of the egg. Whole units, a highly precise direct mathematical measurement comparing the height of the thick albumin relative to the total weight of the egg, is done in the laboratory. Some of the culinary applications that egg is being used are, of course, the angel food cake, where a lot of egg whites are being used. Well, for the egg yolk, one mayonnaise is an example of emulsification, and this is because of the property of lecithin. Whole eggs provide structural binding and gelation, especially to our baked products. Precise temperature control prevents tough overcoagulated protein. In the Philippines, no, there are variety of egg and some are exotic. Balot, an 18-day-old fertilized duck embryo, traditionally boiled and eaten directly from the shell, a highly prized delicacy in Southeast Asia. Penoy, visually similar to balot but the egg is infertile, resulting in a dense rich yolk with no embryo development whatsoever, and itlog na maalat, which is a 14-day salt and clay mixture, no, um, distinguished by their dyed red shells and dense salty yolks. So, so that's it. We've talked about chicken, the varieties, food safety somehow. Uh, we've also talked about the egg structure, how to detect deteriorating egg, how what are samples of exotic egg delicacies. So thank you for listening and watching. Please like and subscribe.